This is Grant Luna with Fidelity National Title, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to use Fidelity's Prop 19 calculator. I thought this would be a great resource to start bringing into listing presentations, especially if you know the people selling their homes are 55 years of age or older and are looking to take advantage of Prop 19. So the main three pieces that you'll need for this calculator are a person's primary residence current assessed value. I'll show you two ways after showing you how the calculator works of how you can get someone's current assessed value using Fidelity products. Then you need a primary residence sales price, so what that person wants to list and sell their home for, and then a replacement primary residence, so that new home they'll be buying, what the value of that home will be. So quickly, just to show you how this will work, let's say we put in someone's assessed value. And let's say they are going to list their home for $1.5 million. We can enter that here. And let's say they're doing the case of where their new replacement property is greater than in value than their current property. So they're trying to list their home for $1.5 million and buy a new home afterwards for $2 million and take advantage of Prop 19. So first, this calculator will show you without Prop 19 what will happen to their annual property tax payments. So without Prop 19, they're just basically having to have this be their new assessed value, and this is their new annual property tax burden that they will be responsible for. So the beauty of this calculator comes in this bottom section here, where you can show someone the benefits of Prop 19 based off of these numbers that you're putting up here at the top of the screen. So basically you have these two sections right here which show someone the benefits of Prop 19 based off of these calculations. So how it works, especially in the case of Prop 19, when someone is buying a property where the replacement property is greater than in value than the primary residence that they're selling, is they take the difference between the primary residence replacement property here and the primary residence that they are selling. So in this case, the difference is $500,000, and they add that difference to their current assessed value, which in this case is $500,000. So more or less that's how it works, but there is a little bit of wiggle room depending on when they buy their property, which is why you're seeing a couple of different numbers down here at the bottom of the screen. So I'll get a calculator out so we can see exactly how this is working. So how Prop 19 works is if they buy that replacement property within the first year, they take this number, this replacement primary residence, so the 2 million, and they subtract from 2 million 105% of their primary residence sale price. So in this case, their primary residence sales price is 1.5 million. And if I multiply that by 1.05 or 105%, I get $1,575,000. So what I can do is subtract 2 million minus 1,575. I get $425,000. So I can add that to $500,000, which is their primary residence current assessed value, and I get $925,000. So that's their new assessed value, and that's what their property tax will be moving forward. So basically, taking advantage of Prop 19 will save them around $13,000. Let's say they wait, they buy year 2, which is what this is saying. So if they buy within 366 to 730 days, what they do is they take 2 million and they subtract from it 110% of this primary residence sales price right here. So just to show you that calculation, how that works, so let's say 1.5 times 1.1 or 110%. So I get 1,650, so 1.65 million. So I'll do 2 million minus 1,650. Get 350,000, add that to 500,000 because that is what their current assessed value is, 850,000. So that's their new assessed value, and that's their annual property tax burden. So just a really easy way to show someone the benefits of Prop 19. You don't have to worry about that 105%, 110%, but just to give you a sense of how this calculator works. So there's two really easy ways to get someone's assessed value. Let's say you have a listing presentation coming up and you want to provide these estimates for them. The first is just by easily generating a property profile within Fidelity Passport. Check out the link in the description for a full video on how you can go about doing that. What you'd want to look for is this assessment and taxes section right here. And you can see the total assessed value right here. So what I can do is I can just take this number, I can just plug that into one of these estimates and give someone a nice new personalized estimate based off of their assessed value. The second way is by taking advantage of Fidelity Total Farm. So what you could do is maybe find homeowners in a specific farm area that might be eligible for Prop 19. In this case, that'd probably be people that have lived in their home a really long time because they have low assessed values, and then they're likely 55 years of age or older or somewhere near that. So what you can do is have a farm. This is a farm in the South Shores neighborhood of San Pedro. What I recommend doing is clicking Farm Filters. And then from here, I'll look for this Filters dropdown, and I'll go down to Empty Nester. Now this gives me a subset of that overall farm of people that have lived in their home for 25 plus years. So like I said, it probably allows for them being somewhat near 55 years of age or older and low assessed values. So I can actually see their assessed values right here, basically the combination of the assessed value and the land value. So in this case, I can see this person more or less just under $400,000 for their assessed value. If I'm door knocking, for example, I can take advantage of the Fidelity Total Farm mobile app. I can start doing this home by home, basically giving people personalized Prop 19 calculator estimates. Just a reminder, this calculator, for the inverse, it'll work the same. Let's say the replacement property is less than in value. So let's say they're going to buy a home for $1.25 million. It'll still show that. So it'll show if they didn't take advantage of Prop 19, this would be their annual property tax burden based off this being the assessed value. And then in the case of it being less than, they just get to maintain whatever assessed value they currently have. So in this case, it's just going to show that their new assessed value is still just going to be that $500,000. So that's how you can go about using this estimate. It works on your phone too. It'll be really great for listing presentations to be able to show someone the benefit of Prop 19.